Alright guys, welcome to Yeouido Island. This is the first stop on today's adventure, and a little bit of context, their Gwanghamun concert is actually tomorrow night. So I thought this would be the perfect time to show you guys around, show you some of the top BTS spots here in Seoul, and just kind of show you guys all the crazy festivities that are going on this weekend. So they have all kinds of fun little activities here, little exercise area. I did get a last minute reservation into this lounge area. It's pretty cute, honestly. It isn't as busy as I thought, but for the other things like the photo booths, the lines are super long. But it's a really fun atmosphere. Everyone's having a great time and just enjoying the nice weather. Now on to the next stop on our little tour today. So a few stations over from Yeouido, you can make your way to Nodol Island, which as far as I know has nothing actually going on today. I have some bad news. Nodol Island itself is actually completely closed down right now because they're doing construction and redoing the island. If you visit when it's finally open, it's a really great spot to enjoy the views and skyline of Seoul. Come have a picnic if the weather's nice. And it's actually the spot where BTS filmed their Run music video. And it's where they did their MTV Dynamite performance. And yes, I googled those before I came here. Next up on our little BTS tour today is of course the official Hybe headquarters. Now they used to have the museum here, but I believe it closed in 2023. And because of all the festivities today, they actually have a pop-up going on, but you needed reservations, which I did not get. Also, if you're on the other side of the Han River, you can also visit the old Big Hit building, which is where a lot of fans go and like write on the walls. It's a lot quieter than what it's looking like here right now, at least when I visited, and that's another unique place to go if you're RV.
들어가고 싶으면 예약하는 거예요?
네.
아.
예약하면 이제 시간대별로
네.
서셔서
아.
입장하시면.
근데 지금은 예약할 수 있어요? 아니면 벌써 다 끝났어요?
근데 잠시만요.
네.
Yeah, I don't think there's any getting in there today. I did ask the people up front if someone cancels, if you can kind of go in and take their spot. And she said yes, but you have to keep refreshing the website. And I didn't really feel like waiting around for that. But in the meantime, I thought I would show you guys this little area. So there's actually a specialty at CU here that has BTS stuff. And right above it is actually where I did my personal color analysis a couple of years ago. So we're gonna go into the CU and see what we find. Got some gin tuna over here.
안녕하세요.
I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of tempted to get the gin tuna, but there's actually a cafe I'm gonna visit right now anyways, and I'd have to carry around a can of tuna all day, so we're gonna skip that for now. The famous Black Drum Cafe, which is a fan cafe for BTS, is looking pretty busy today too, actually. But if you walk down this street, there's a couple of different fan cafes for different artists right behind the Hybe building. So apparently I timed that visit for the worst possible time. It was so crowded in there because their live just started and they're broadcasting it here.
한 명씩 그러니까 어때요? 일단은 똑같죠. 저도 너무 이 순간을 너무 바래왔었기도 하고.
But I grabbed a purple sweet potato latte and I kind of got caught up in the moment and got like a little gift set. So cheers to my first BTS gear, I guess. There is another restaurant, actually this one, that's really famous also for their kind of Korean meat and barbecue. That is also very famous for BTS fans. And then a little ways down the road is Superstar Tteokbokki, which is supposed to be really famous also. I do have a coffee though, so I think I'm gonna skip those for today. I'll try to walk by and show you those a little bit. and we'll make it to our next stop. There is, of course, another cafe on the south side of the Han River, which is called Hyuga Cafe, and that's the one that used to be their old dormitory. That one's really nice to visit also. I feel like it's a bit more hidden and quiet. And in that area, there's the Yujong Shikbang, which is a really popular spot that they used to go to while they lived in that area. They have a really good black pork bibimbap that I tried last week actually. I was pretty hesitant because I thought it was just famous because of them, but there were a lot of locals and the food was actually delicious. So if you're looking for a good restaurant to visit in Seoul, then that's another one to go to. So I changed my mind. I actually decided to come into Superstar Tteokbokki. It's also very crowded, which is not surprising. And I got one of their BTS sets, so we'll see how it comes out. You guys, it looks so good. I don't know if I'll be able to eat it all myself, but it looks really good.
시간되면
네.
부르시고 드세요.
네, 감사합니다.
네.
Basically, she told me to wait for the timer to go off and then I can eat. 아, 감사합니다. 네, 감사합니다.
자, 앞쪽에 셀프가 있습니다.
아, 네. I'm already super happy I stopped. Boiled egg. I think mandu. And we have all kinds of cabbage, spring onion, 2 types of noodles, one of them ramen, and of course, something. Oh. I did get the least spiciest kind that they offer, and it's still a little spicy, so I would be careful if you come here what you choose. So she just came by and gave me some rice and seaweed and a glove. So I'm not entirely sure what to do with that. But so far, everything is super good. I'm very glad I changed my mind and decided to stop. Alright, it was super tasty, I won't lie, but they sent me away with this entire collection of BTS posters. So now I have to carry them around all day, because they definitely don't fit in my bag. But yeah, definitely a super fun restaurant, and it's really tasty, not just popular. Anyways, on to our next stop. So we've made our way to Shinsegae Mall. They actually have a really big media show out front that they're supposed to have a pop-up going on, but unfortunately you needed reservations for that also, which I also did not get. So instead we're just gonna walk around to the front, see their special media show that's going on, and then head to the next stop. One of my absolute favorite things in the world is seeing a whole group of people come together and enjoy something together. And that was exactly that. That was so much fun to see, just everyone enjoying everything all at once. If you're looking for something else to do that is K-pop related, BTS related, definitely go to Apgujeong and check out K-Star Road. They have all the Gangnam dolls there, which are really fun to see. They're like these giant teddy bear statues, and each one is themed to a different band or singer. I did go to Myeongdong the other day, and the BTS one was there instead, so I don't know if they moved that permanently or not, but it's really fun to go check out. So we are finally starting to get closer to Gwanghwamun Square. You can see that it's getting much busier as we head this way, and they're even already starting to set up some of the seating for tomorrow night's concert. We're gonna see how close we can get. I'm not entirely sure what all is blocked off yet for tomorrow, but hopefully I can show you guys around at least a little bit, and we can see the stage.
잠시만 기다려 주십시오. 세종대로 사거리 대한민국 약속.
We took a little side quest to find the famous stairs. Way too busy to take a photo, but it was at least fun to see. There's also a cafe right next to it selling like a arirang croissant and water that's themed for about 30,000 won, which is pretty crazy.
자, 사진 찍으시면 안 됩니다. 통행로에서 이동하셔야 돼요. 천천히 이동하십시오.
Yeah, definitely a lot busier here, but I am surprised how close you can actually get to the stage itself. I genuinely don't know how good viewing's gonna be for people that are going to the concert, but that could just be me being bitter because I was 60,000th in line to get a ticket. So we will see tomorrow, I guess. For now, it's getting super packed here, and I don't really like packed places in Seoul. So we're going to move on, go to the next spot. All right, we have made it to our next stop, which is the DDP, a very popular landmark here in Seoul. But for the BTS comeback show, they've put together a little light show here. I actually already stopped at Starbucks across the street and watched the first one from there. It was a great way to rest my legs a little bit and just enjoy being inside. But it's about to go off again, so we're gonna watch that and then head to our final stop for the night. It's so fun watching everyone enjoy it so much. The amount of people already here is absolutely insane. Riding the subway was actually a bit nerve-wracking because it was so crowded, and then everyone started running to get here. So pretty wild, but I think I made it at least early enough to get a decent spot. I think I've got a little walk ahead of me, but I'm in the crowd, so that's a good sign. What a fun show. Honestly, the crowd's reactions were just the sweetest. There was this older lady that was volunteering and just dancing, and it was all really cute. It was a really long day, I'll be honest, but hopefully this gives you a couple of good ideas if you're visiting Seoul and looking to visit some of the more popular BTS spots. And even if you're not ARMY or fans of BTS, there's still some really good places to visit. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.